When it's time to make your dinner and you don't know what to choose, guess what? You've got a meal and a muse. Hello, and welcome to another episode of A Meal and a Muse. Today I'm joined by my friend Ashley Harrell.
Hi.
Ashley and I have been friends since 2012.
Wow.
Right? We met in New York in acting class, as actors do in New York. And she has since moved back to the Bay Area.
That's true.
She now lives in Benicia, California, so I had to come all the way out here.
Just to film an episode.
So today we're going to cook a dish, a family recipe of Ashley's. What is it?
So we just call it fish in foil. That's it. But you can easily make this with tofu if you don't eat fish, or if you're just afraid of things with scales and flippers, you can go for chicken breast. It's really easy, and just any veggies you have on hand. So it's meant to use up what's in your fridge, and it's very easy to make on a weeknight or for big groups or for just two people.
There you go. But we're also, I'm drinking a beer that Ashley made because Ashley is an extremely talented brewess.
Yes, I make beer.
She is a beer mistress, master, whatever. How would we say?
I mean, people say brewmaster, brewer, and I just thought it was fun to play with the word a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm a brewess.
She is a brewess,
Yeah.
and she is extremely talented. I can tell you, I love all of her beers. She's had a lot of practice. You've been doing it for how long now?
Not as long as we've been friends.
Okay,
Yeah, I
that's
started.
fine.
I started in 2016, so
Yeah.
it's been, more than 6 years now.
Nice.
Yeah, coming up
Yeah.
on 7 years.
How many recipes have you?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like I've maybe made like 80 recipes
Okay.
by now, and I also work as a brewer
Yeah.
in an actual brewery.
Yeah.
But this is, this started long ago at home in my apartment in New York, and now I'm doing it here with a little bit more space in California, and with big dreams of opening up an actual full-fledged brew pub here in Benicia.
And we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
But first, we're going to start the cooking process. We've already prepped all the veggies. I'm going to cut to that in a second, and then we're going to come back and
Put it
we're
together.
going to put it together. So, ready?
Go!
Wow, what a colorful spread you have there.
Oh yeah, and we're starting off with the mushrooms.
Get rid of those stems.
No,
Now,
no
how
one
many
needs
fingertips ended up in this meal?
all of them.
Yay! Ooh, zucchini's next.
Oh yes.
Chop off that tip. What happens with that tip? You compost, you...
I usually
Feed it
give
to
that
chickens?
stuff to the chickens. Yeah,
very
goes
nice.
right
It
back
comes
into
right
the
back to you.
eggs.
Nice. Voila! What's next? Oh, little fumble.
Oh
Butterfingers.
yes, I
Didn't
really.
you go to clown school?
I did. It didn't really pay off, and I'm still paying off those loans.
Glad you're not juggling the knife.
No.
Oh no, voila!
Ready
We got
to
some
go.
Peppers.
Got
More
the
peppers.
All the
everything, everywhere.
peppers.
All at once.
Just missing a yellow pepper there. Kind of disappointed. Not enough variety.
Oh, well, you got some yellow bowls.
Yes.
Get rid of those seeds. Yeah,
No one
yeah,
needs
yeah.
the seeds. That's gonna go to the chickens
Oh.
too.
Like magic, they're just all cut up.
Already.
Oh,
Some
those
green
green onions
onions. Now, do you call them scallions or green onions?
I'll call them whatever, just put them in my food.
Yep, I'm all about
There
them.
we go. Compost.
Woohoo!
Et voila. Now comes the hard part. Open the black olives.
Pre-sliced. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
So like I said, we've got all our veggies ready to go. So we're going to assemble it, but while we assemble it, we're going to multitask, and Ashley's going to talk all about her really cool brewing company.
Should we switch spots?
Yeah.
Okay, because you need to do it by the foil. So
Yeah.
you're going to pull out a length of foil, and I'll tell you when.
Okay.
It's like when you're making a drink for me. There, when. And you can lay that right here, and then you're
Okay.
going to get another piece exactly the same length, and you're going to make a cross with it.
Okay.
So you've just assembled the components of your pouch for your fish.
Your fish pouch.
That looks good.
I'm getting
Okay,
my
great.
fish pouch.
So
There you
you're
go.
going to lay that down in a cross right there.
Okay.
And then we're going to need to get a little pat of butter to put right in the middle.
Ooh, a
Let me
little
get
pat of
a
butter.
knife for that. And then take the cooking spray And you want to just spray here because we're going to try to avoid things sticking
Great.
to our foil after
Okay.
cooking. That looks pretty good. Okay. So now grab a piece of fish
All
and
right.
just put it right down on top of the pat of butter.
Okay.
Okay. Now we're going to cut to him having clean hands. Clean hands.
Clean hands.
Grab a little bit of salt from the salt crock and season the top of the fish.
Okay.
And I'll help you a little bit. How's that? I'll do
Okay.
the pepper.
Thanks.
All right.
Just a little bit.
That's
Actually,
beautiful. That's good. That's enough.
Less salt.
Yeah. Okay, now we're gonna load it up with veggies. And the fun thing about this is you can really do this like in a big group. So if you're looking for something to do, like a bunch of families coming over, you can cut even more veggies, obviously, and you'll have, and you can use anything. We today have mushrooms, zucchini, some yellow summer squash, and mini bell peppers with chopped up green onions and black olives.
Cool.
But just use whatever's in season or whatever's at Costco. That's what I did.
A lot of Costco ingredients.
Or whatever's in your garden. You could try asparagus. You could do green beans. There's endless ideas.
Cool.
So why don't you just go through, Tommy, and grab
However
handfuls
much
of
I
however
want.
much you want.
Yeah.
Just put it right on top of your fish there.
Maybe like we should say half.
Yeah, and
Of
we can
whatever's
always
in.
we can always save whatever veggies we
For
don't use
breakfast.
for breakfast. That's the other good thing is these leftovers are all good, sautéed with eggs.
Cool.
Yeah.
So now I'm doing this. This might be a good time to talk about Soundscape Brewing. How'd you come up with the name Soundscape? Like, what's your brewing method? What makes it, special?
Yeah, I do something a little different with my beers. While they ferment, I put headphones on the fermenter and play an artist's album just on repeat. So I try to pick something that ties into the recipe. And I find that the music helps activate the yeast. It actually keeps things in suspension a bit more. And I'm just trying to provide like a happy environment for, this living organism to consume sugar and produce alcohol and CO2.
Yeah. So it's basically like playing music for your plants.
Yeah.
Or any
it's-
living thing, like your fish.
We've all seen the experiments of, this thing of rice is happy because it has happy thoughts, and this thing of rice got moldy and sad because it had negative things. So it's kind of this esoteric idea that good vibes can create good things. So I've even done a blind taste test of the exact same beer divided into two different glass fermenters, and one of them had music and the other one didn't.
Cool.
And I did a completely blind tasting with about 40 different people, and the majority preferred the one that had music.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Learned
it was
something new.
the first study was all women, and the second study was all men.
Mm-hmm.
So got a good little cross section of beer drinkers.
Cool.
So Soundscape is just a nod to this kind of method of incorporating the soundscape into the recipe.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope to open somewhere in the Bay Area. It would be great to do it here in Benicia, and have this musically inspired beer and food that plays along with it, along with live music on site. And I mean, ideally being able to collaborate with musicians on beers.
Yeah.
So
like somebody could write an album just for a beer that you make,
I
essentially.
mean, that would be very cool.
Really cool. But that's
if
the idea
anybody wants to
too.
do that, please tell me.
But you don't play individual songs, right? You play like
No,
full albums.
I like to pick an album. Since I don't know these artists personally, I mean, I have actually worked with one composer and used his original music for one of my beers. He's a good friend. Mike Sayer, great composer. But I like to pick an album that the artist has curated and honor and respect their artistic decisions, and just try to help it infuse my beer.
Yeah, and then like a good album usually has a nice arc.
Yes.
Anyway, so that probably helps with the
Yes.
the movement inside
Yeah.
fermentation.
And the yeast
capsule.
appreciates all the work that went into it. So
Yeah.
we actually just brewed a beer together.
We did. I was just gonna ask, like, what am I drinking here? what did my beer listen to?
So Tommy is drinking a beer called Haywire Harvest Moon Hazy IPA, and it. I started brewing it, and during the brewing day, my equipment started to kind of malfunction and go nuts. So
Mercury was in retrograde.
Yeah, Mercury had literally just gone into retrograde like minutes before everything broke. So I decided to call it Haywire, and it was also the harvest moon. And I just, because of that, I wanted to play Freddie Mercury to it. So I picked Queen's Greatest Hits to play, because I was like, this is solid.
Maybe not an album with
not
an
an
arc.
album with an arc, but I mean, Queen, just incredible music. So, but instead, the iPod had a complete mind of its own, and it was shuffling around, even though I kept trying to fix it and restart it. And one time I came down and it was listening to episodes of This American Life from 2014. So it just really did whatever it wanted. The electronics were going crazy.
That's so funny that from beginning to end, the beer just had that whole experience.
Just weirdness.
You had that experience with the beer, and it tastes delicious.
Should we keep assembling this while we're talking?
Sure. Tell me what's next.
Because there's more to do. We need to put cheese and then salsa on here. This is the most important ingredient.
Maybe we should put the cheese in a bowl to make it look like we didn't get it from
I considered
Costco.
it, but I was trying to make this very authentic.
Yeah, and it's approachable. Anybody can do this, really.
Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Last thing is the salsa.
Salsa.
I love the salsa from Costco.
It's the best.
So good. They weren't making it for a little while.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. So
just put it on top.
Get it on there. Now I see why we have so much foil for this pouch.
Yeah.
Because this is a lot.
Okay. I think that is perfect.
Okay. Cool.
Do you want more than that?
No, that's going to be great.
Okay.
Okay.
Now we put it together.
We just wrap it up?
So, do you want me to show you how I do it?
Yes,
Because
please.
this is kind of like a mom technique that I got from my mom, is what I mean. My mom, Linda. So, I like to grab here where the two pieces fold together. And then you want to grab, and basically like you're making like a pierogi.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then just kind of close it up like this and make a little, so it's all tight. And if you have a big group, you can get a Sharpie and write Tommy.
That's me.
And it's ready to go. So we have the oven preheating right now.
Yeah, the oven's preheated to 400 degrees. And
we have to make the other packet.
Make this nice and tight so it'll steam in there. We're going to make the other packet, but you already know how to do this.
Oh, the other part of this meal is that we've prepared some rice and Instant Pot.
Right, we've done rice.
So it's just sitting waiting. You can do like fresh French bread to go with this because it's going to make this great sauce. But I like the rice because it's easy and quick.
So now, let's put it in the oven.
Yay!
And true to form, we're going to sing a song. What are you?
Da 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 da.
Hey!
I had it all planned out before you met me. Was gonna leave early and so swiftly. Maybe in a fire, a crash off a ravine. People would weep, how tragic, so early. I was gonna die young. Now I gotta wait for you, honey. Now I gotta wait for you, honey. Now I gotta wait for you, honey. I was a firecracker baby with something to prove. Now I gotta contend with the living blues. I could have missed it, I never knew. Chain reaction and you're holding the fuse. I was gonna die young. Now I gotta wait for you, honey. Now I gotta wait for you, honey. Now I gotta wait for you, honey. Oh, I don't mind. I got the fire electric light so high, so wild. It's not like out before you met me. I had a plan, you ruined it completely. I had it all planned out before you met me. I had a plan, you ruined it. Gonna die young. Now I gotta wait for you, honey. Now I gotta wait for you, honey. Now I gotta wait for you, honey. I was gonna die young. Now I gotta wait for you, honey. Now I gotta wait for you, honey. Now I gotta wait for you, honey. I had it all planned out before you met me. I had a plan, you ruined it completely. I had it all planned out before you met me. I had a plan, you ruined it completely.
Good job, Ryan.
Good job.
You get a treat.
Oh, you better pay up.
Okay. All right. So the timer went off. It was 35 minutes. Exactly.
Yes.
So it's time to take the fish out of the oven.
Tommy's gonna grab it.
I'm gonna grab it. Yeah.
So he's just pulling it out. Yeah, and this is the best part of this meal. So it took me about 2 minutes to put all the dishes in the dishwasher.
Yep.
And then putting it together is really easy. So we just put it into our bowl. You need to have, you know, fierce hands that can deal with steam.
Right.
And my family's a little mixed on this. Some people like to open the pouch and empty it into a bowl. Sometimes I like to do this meal because it's so easy and I get lazy. So I just put it in the bowl like this.
Nice.
And then we've got our rice that we made. And we just put that like right on top and kind of around it because there's all kinds of beautiful sauce in here on the side. And that's it. It's ready to go. I like to eat this with hot sauce, of course.
Thank you.
And I'm really excited to dig in. I usually need a fork and a spoon.
Just mixing it around. Just like so.
I'm going in.
She's going in.
This is my favorite thing. It's like, this is such comfort food.
And this is. And that's what a meal and a muse all about. Comfort food.
This is just missing one thing.
What's that?
Hot sauce.
Y'all didn't get to meet Rye though. Oh.
Oh yeah. This is
Rye.
Rye.
She's 3 years old. And she's cute.
She's my assistant brewer.
Mm-hmm. She's a very good assistant.
Yeah. Isn't this so good?
It's delicious. I can't wait to eat the whole thing. And this is like, yeah, this is a meal that I can definitely get into.
Anyone can make this, and
Yeah.
it's completely customizable. You can do whatever you want with it. We just keep filming this until we eat the whole thing, right?
Yeah, basically. Well, thanks for joining us on this episode of Amelia and Muse. Thank you, Ashley, for joining me today.
Thank you for having me at my house.
It's been real fun. Yeah, so make it at home. Write in the comments if you do. Let me know what you think. And yeah, I'll see you next time on Amelia and Muse.